Hi guys, Sarah the Northwoods Stitcher here. I have so many confessions that this is probably going to be a two-part video. Might have to do a bonus video. I just might have too many videos for January, we'll see. I just got back from a trip to Cape Cod, which is where I'm originally from. Got one of my new sweatshirts on that I got while I was down there. I went down for my mother's birthday. This was my mom's big birthday. Well, I should just say it was a big number, okay? So we had 3 parties, which was really cool. And I didn't tell her I was coming because honestly, this time of year, it's very tricky to travel and I didn't know if I could come. I had to keep watching the weather and making sure it was okay to drive. I won't drive if it's questionable. It's just not worth it. Still, it was tricky driving because the wind was just horrible. So I was just all over the road and white knuckling it the whole way. It was such a wonderful trip because I was really lucky I could stay with my friend Spools. Hi, Lori. And I have so much to show from hanging out with her and doing everything that we like to do together, whether it be thrifting and the family stuff. I might be able to put some photos in, but I have a whole bunch of little videos of her house and what she does down there and just how wonderful it is to be surrounded by all of her stitchy stuff. So the second half of this video is going to be a montage of little videos all clipped together. And I'm sorry for the chaos of it, but to be honest, she was working on the days that she had to work while I was visiting, and we did some thrift store shopping. But when we were at home, we were either watching FLOSSTUBE, HGTV, in our pajamas and just going, because it was, I don't know, 22 degrees outside, and we just wanted to nest and enjoy each other's company and space rather than create a video. So the very last minute, Judy texted and said, "Oh, I hope you're making a video." And it's like, oh, I said, "Lori, we have to make a video." So Spools and I ran around the house, film this, film this, film this, let's do this. So that's the chaos at the end. But I have some stitches that I've done and one that I'm working on. So I will show you some good stuff. Do you guys remember I'm putting together this little portfolio project bag of my dimensions ornaments? So I did show in a previous video that I finished Santa. And if I can find where I put it. So if you remember in an earlier or previous video, I showed the Santa that I completed. These are little dimension kits. So he was just precious, fun to do. I was really excited to get him done. A lot of detail, worth the stitching, a lot of backstitch, a lot of French knots, and I did leave out those little black French knots that were on his trim. I just didn't see the point of it. Then I was working on the gingerbread house, and it called for French knots up in the snow on the roof. So I decided to put in beads. So this is completed. I don't think I showed this in the last video. I think I was still working on it. I love how this came out. I am going to wait until I stitch all of these little kits, and I have a total of 5. So there's 3 ornament shapes, and then there's 2 snow globe shapes. When I finish those, I will fully finish them with a felt backing and a little hanger, and maybe I'll film that. The last one of the ornament stitches is the sled, and I have started it. I haven't gotten very far. Didn't do an awful lot of stitching, did a lot of shopping. So that's about as far as I've gotten on that. Oh, it'd be nice if I showed you the front. So but I really enjoy working on this perforated plastic because it's so flexible. And I did just get a magazine. Is it the World of Cross Stitch? I don't remember. I'll show it in another video. They have a 3-dimensional birdhouse done on perforated plastic, so I'm really excited about those. I'll show you how those go together. So that is the sleigh. Let me put this away. And then, of course, January 1st has come and gone. And I have started to work on Cardinal Points. Now, I'm not going to be a monogamous stitcher this year. I think I'm just going to be flopping all over the place. So I've gotten some stitches in. And Cardinal Points is a long dog. So it's by the Gentle Arts putting this chart out. And this is my progress. I started in the middle, or in the center. And that's as far as I've gotten. So my goal is going to be to do the absolute center. So that center square, including the cardinal, both cardinals. Then I'll work on the border. Because I think the border will go pretty quickly once I have a jumping off point around that central square. Because I notice there's, you know, a color here, and then a color there, and then a color here. So I think it'll be an easier spot for me to jump off from. Because I can see like the yellows. If you look at the yellow leaves, let me put this down. There's a method to my madness. You can see the yellow leaves are right on the corners. So it's an easy spot to count off of. So that's going to be the strategy that I use for this one. I am really enjoying it. I can't say that I've made a massive dent, but I'm so excited that I've actually started it. And if you guys are stitching it, I hope you've made a dent in it. I don't know what my progress will be by the end of January. You guys will probably finish before me, but I'd love to see your photos if you're doing that as well. I also wanted to show, I've got so much stuff that I got on the Cape between the Christmas sales and the thrift store that the car was chock-a-block full. So full that my husband took photos. I'll show some photos here. So I do have a lot to show, and I'm not sure what we'll get to today. But when I came home, I found an envelope from Verna. She sent me a kit, and I'm so excited about it. It's a little caterpillar kit. So talk about happy mail. I also came home to a jury duty notice. That's sometime in February. So this really improved my mail pile when I opened up this. Almost in tears about jury duty in February, but this really brought a smile to my face. And it's a complete kit, so I'm really excited to start this. It reminds me of a soda stitch. So if you're interested in finding this, it's called Christmas Wonderland. And I'm not sure if you can get it on 123 Stitch or not, but if you do a search, Winter Wonderland, Christmas Wonderland Caterpillar cross stitch should pop up who has it. It might just be something you have to order from Caterpillar direct. And caterpillarcrossstitch.com is the direct site for that. This is so cute. So I kind of want to get this done by next Christmas. I don't know how realistic that is. We'll see. So that goes down there. I also got... Oh, did Verna send me more pictures? I don't think she did. I also got... Do you remember I was talking about Lapin Loops? Lapin Loops is run by Megan. She spells her name the same way my sister does. But she is hand dyeing fabrics. I feel like the last one to find out about her. I met her on the speed dating group or speed dating option on Jingle Ball, and I went and looked at her fabric and I ordered some, and it came, and I'm just so thrilled with it. I have here, and I hope the camera does it justice, Medusa's Gaze. This is a 28 count Lugana, and I really love the gentle mottled look of it. I want to say it's almost gray purpley pink. There's a gentle pinker hue to it, but not too much pink because I'm not a pink girl. It's absolutely gorgeous. I would say this is a wonderful neutral to have. Got a little fuzz on it. It's absolutely gorgeous stuff. And am I right that orange band means it's Zweigart? It must be. So I'm really excited to put this in the stash with all of those charts that I got for Christmas. I'm sure I can pair that up with something. And then I ordered a 32 count Lugana called Small Potatoes. And it does. It looks like a very gentle potato color. Again, the gentle modeling. And it's not all wrinkled. It's beautifully pressed. Just gorgeous. It's really a great shade. Again, another gentle neutral for all kinds of things. Very light brown, almost a hue of gray in there. Small Potatoes in Medusa's Gaze. If you guys have ordered from Lapin Loops, I'm really curious to hear what your favorite color is. I'm so excited about the quality of the dye and the feel of the fabric. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of sizing or what is that stuff called? The stuff that makes it stiff. It escapes me right now. It's just gentle and beautiful to handle. So I'm going to treat this like the precious thing that it is. And I saved a little Happy Mail sticker that came on the back of the package. I think it's cute. Maybe I can reuse it. So that is going in my stash. So that's lapinloops.com. I also wanted to show, remember I did the towel video, and I really want to start a towel. And I told myself I'm going to get some of these other starts, like the Cardinal Points started and things like that, before I play in my towels. Well, Karen sent me a picture of her finished towel because she saw the towel video and she went out and got this chart. I just love that she sent this. This is welcome to the bat room, or the bat room towel picture. I'm going to put it in here. And I absolutely love her finish. I can't wait to start this. And she said it was just a little too big for, I guess, that stitch band, but she made it fit. And you can't tell it wasn't made for that towel. I love that as a Halloween stitch or a fall thing to put up in the bathroom. So I'm definitely going to have to get to one of those towels and some of those patterns because it's such a cute finish. And I love Sky Kittens. I also, before I went to the Cape, I was able to meet up with a fan. Hi, Krista. So Krista down in Georgia, she was up here for a family event. And her husband, Chuck, gave me some time in their visit. We went out to lunch and we went shopping at Goodwill and Rennie's. We had a great time. It was pouring rain. It was not the best weather here, but it wasn't snow. And all that rain took away our snow. So we don't have any. Well, we have a dusting now, but we didn't have any for a good solid week. So it was really fun to meet Krista. And Krista is a designer. She shared 3 different patterns with me. Where did I put those? These are absolutely incredible. So she charts historical samplers. This is one of them. I love the colors in that. So I have more things to kit up. This is called Bands of Time. This is a reproduction from late 1600 to early 1700. I really suggested that she start an Etsy shop with these in it, because I don't know if you guys are able to find these or not. And she really needs to have some way for people to be able to access these. Now you could, I think, contact, what did she tell me? Let me see. The Historical Needlework of Pennsylvania, and possibly Chester County Historical Society. They're in Pennsylvania. I'll have to find out, or maybe Christy, you can comment in this video with any kind of contact details. And then the other one she gave me is called God is Present. I love the border on that. And she was talking about doing an ivy border, which would be even more extravagant, but I really like the border in that. So she gave me charts. She didn't have to give me anything, but thank you so much, Krista. It was really cool to hang out with you, even though it was brief. It was fun. It was a fun day. And what else did I have in here? There's so much stuff I don't even know where to start, because I got all the shopping that I did with Krista to show you, plus I have all the stuff from the Cape to show you. So it's a little crazy here right now. I have to kit up the Christmas journey, and I can do that now thanks to my friend Spools. She gave me a couple of scroll frames that she wasn't going to be using. So I need another scroll frame, like a hole in my head, but apparently I need another scroll frame so I can kit up some more stuff. And Christmas Journey is on my list in front of me. The other thing that's on my list is to go through some of my magazine collections. I have a whole bunch of binders, and one of them is a leisure arts binder, and I know Darlene is looking for a particular pattern. I don't remember if you sent me a picture of it, but we were gonna go through that binder at some point and see if we can find it. So motivate me, Darlene. Send me a picture if you can of what you're looking for, or we can just make a video of it at some point and hopefully we'll come across it. I just don't know if we can go through every single pattern I have, because there's an awful lot of them, and I think people would fall asleep looking at all of it. I can't imagine going through every single magazine I have. Maybe you just need to come up and visit. You could spend a weekend doing it. I have a whole bunch of people who sent me some gorgeous stitches. Darlene sent me her pumpkin man. So here's progress on her pumpkin man. Why have I not been able to kit this up yet? Maybe I'll put this one on a scroll frame. It's amazing. I can't wait to get it done. And I have the frame for it. I just love this. It's perfect for Halloween. And it's a portrait, so it's even funnier. So I really want to get that done. And then, let's see, I showed Verna's caterpillar stitch. Margaret sent in, remember I showed you guys the wooden, now I don't know where they are. I got some wooden ornaments at Joann Fabrics, and I thought I'm going to mount a stitch on them. I remember I put them away already with my CDs. So she sent in her finishes. She did a whole bunch of ornaments. I couldn't believe how many she did, and she got all these little wooden ornament frames, or whatever you would call them, wooden shapes, and did different things like the Grand Canyon and the Baby Yoda. It's just amazing what you can do with some of these wood objects that are now 4 for $1 instead of $1.99 each. And I'm really glad I picked these up and I showed you those, because if she hadn't sent those in, I probably would have lost my motivation to do some as well. But this is definitely motivation for me to get some smaller stitches done and get them turned into ornaments. And then Susan Dow, she sent me some stitches she did from Not Forgotten Farm. These are absolutely adorable. And when I saw these, I thought, well, maybe I have these. I have to look at my collection of Not Forgotten Farms. But she did Little Nick and Cookie Claus and cinder claws. And I don't know who is who here. It might be in that order, but they're just precious. She's going to make some little ornaments out of them. And I really love how they came out. They're very soft and cute. Not Forgotten Farm is just a timeless design. And I really think those are great. So I have to look at my collection of Not Forgotten Farm. And then the strangest thing happened when I was down at Spool's house. I don't know if you guys remember, but I got, in my Prairie Schooler collection, I have the pattern All You Can Eat. And I wanted to do this because Spools did it and she had it in her kitchen. I was staring at the wall in Spool's house, looking at her All You Can Eat, when lo and behold, I looked at my email and Donna had sent her finished. She hasn't fully finished it yet because she hasn't figured out how she's going to frame it or mount it on something. But at the same, it was like within an hour, of me looking at her Spools' stitch, and then Donna sent this, and I thought, this is a sign. I have to pull this out. I have to stitch this because I have the board that I got on clearance somewhere, and I have to just figure out what size fabric I should stitch it on so it'll fit on that board. So it'll be stitch, fully finished, and done. Get all the stuff together and get it done. But thank you, Donna, for sending that. It was like a sign from above. See? You got to do it. And then I actually heard from a friend in, where was she? Well, she's near Salem, New Hampshire. So Carol emailed me actually for the first time, and she wants to go to the Panera and stitch. Now, she is near the Salem, New Hampshire border. She's like 15 minutes from there. She's looking for a stitch group in her area. So if she's 15 minutes from Salem, New Hampshire, she is still in Massachusetts. Are there any groups that meet there, or is it just that Salem group, Panera group, that meets? She's looking for a group to get together with and stitch with. And she sent some gorgeous flower stitches that she has done and finished and framed, and they're just phenomenal. So I'm going to share those here. And I don't have my phone with me, do I? I can't tell you who they're by. Hopefully I'll put it up here when I'm editing. But it's just a lot of work. And she struggled, I think, with the green, she was saying, because there were so many greens that were similar. But you know how that's important when you're doing a floral stitch. So it's hard to like pick one and then you have to jump off from another point, but you want to get those greens done so you know which ones you just did. And she got it done, but she had a lot of problems with some of the greens being so close in color in similar shades. But it really makes the picture work and pop when it's done. So it's just gorgeous. Thank you for sending those in, Carol. That was fun to see. Oh, before I forget, it's on the other side of my notes. This is phenomenal. So Patty sent in, where's mine? Hold on a second. Patty sent in a box that she found at a thrift store. And then she went ahead, took out the picture, or somehow remounted her Christmas stitch in it. Now she has a thrifted Christmas little sewing box or catch-all. It's absolutely precious. And I think I must have had that in the back of my head. And when I found this on Cape. No, off Cape. Savers in Plymouth. Boy, is this thing dirty. It's got brass latches, brass hinges. You open it up. This isn't glued. And look at this. It's a little tray that lifts right out. I'm so excited. This is going to be my Christmas one. Because when I saw this, I immediately realized I can do a wintry or Christmas prairie schooler to mount on the top. I will find some sort of fabric, Christmassy, wintry fabric to mount on the inside with some, I don't know, some padding of sorts for needles and threads. It's like kind of like a pin cushion. And then I could even I guess I could line the bottom of these with different scenes of fabrics or even Christmas papers. I'm not sure about papers, but I guess I could use some acetate sheets to cover the papers so they don't get damaged. So I can make another little scene in here. I think this will be a lot of fun. Just what I needed, another project. But it needs a bath, and I need to take a toothbrush to it because one latch is temperamental. It is missing something. I don't know if it was like another hanger so you could carry it, and I could upcycle that with a different type of system, or I could just paint and cover those edges and just use it as a flat box. So that was exciting to find. She also had some sort of itch. And she made a whole bunch of project bags. I was so excited about all these. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't read you all the descriptions. But all of these bags that she made are mostly thrifted things that she got off a dollar rack, a shirt that she thrifted or a sweatshirt, or a 25-cent t-shirt that she cut up, or an old pillow. And she made a whole bunch of these bags, and they just look like a lot of fun. And I hope this year will be my year that I can get excited about the sewing machine and confident, and maybe I can make a bag, because it just looks like a lot of fun to have a collection of these for different uses. She also got a couple of free temperature cross-stitch charts. I know a lot of you have started them because it's best to start in January, so you're not starting it in July and going backwards before you go forwards with a temperature chart. But she found some free ones. So this first one is from Snarky and Modern Embroidery. It's on Facebook. So I think that you can find this chart on Facebook. It's awfully cute. And then another free one, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, so maybe I can type it out. Les Petites Croix de Luthine is also on Facebook. This is really pretty. Maybe if I can freeze the photo, you can see what's on the bottom to look it up as well. But I haven't started a temperature chart. But Spools and I are thinking about one that has a bunch of spools in it. And that's as far as I've gotten. I haven't read the chart. I can't even tell you who designed it. But we are considering a spools chart because I think that would be a lot of fun. So thanks, Patty, for sending those in. And hopefully people can look up some of those temperature charts and see if it interests them, particularly if they're free charts. Again, don't forget, if you like a designer, try to do some research, find out their website, go to their website. More than likely, they have free charts. It might not be on that first page that you see. They might have a little search bar, and you could type in free charts. Then it'll pop up. Sometimes it's hidden within the website because they want you to do some shopping. They want you to spend some time there, and that's great. But if you just want to find out, do you have one? You can type in free charts, and something will pop up. That'll be a lot of fun. I have... Oh, that's kind of weird. Random bag. I bring home random bags because we use them for Stuart's litter box. I have an order from 123 Stitch that came in. And I was really disappointed because there's something that's back ordered. So I have to find out why. Usually if they don't have something, it'll say it's not available or please notify me. So I did order a Valentine stitch. Be My Valentine cross stitch pattern. Not available. So I don't know if that means it's coming or if I have to reorder when it's in. I have to call them and find out. This has to go back downstairs. But I ordered two charts. One was the Valentine and one was a long dog. And this long dog sampler is called Dawn Chorus. A friend of mine, Karen, down in Tulsa, she has started it. And I think my eyes might have fallen out of my head when I saw it. So she sent me the information and I ordered it right away. Had to. And I'm really excited about it. When I pulled it out of the envelope here, I was a little disappointed that this is a computer-generated image. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't think it does anything for the marketing of the pattern. I understand why a lot of people do it, but if you see it in real life, that's when it grabs you. You know, a real stitch. The computer image, meh. You don't really know what it's going to come to life as. Am I right? But I can't wait to do this. This, I have already decided, is not a do this year. That's just how things are. I've got to start Christmas presents for this coming year. I've got to start some smalls for exchanges, for retreats that are coming up. I have to work on the wolves. Yes, I do have to work on the wolves. So I think that's what I'm going to do actually this week or next. I'm going to work on the wolves, and then I'll say to my hubby, will you do a video with me? That might be the way to win him over. We'll see. Who knows? When I was down visiting my friend Spools, I was gifted something that blew me out of the water, and I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you, Pat. I am so touched and so honored to have some of your work, and I get goosebumps even thinking about it. And I was so excited that I didn't tell my husband about it. I had to show him, and then he was blown out of the water when he saw it. Do you guys know what it is? Pat is a master quilter, and she made a project keeper. That's what this is. And it's hand quilted. And it has her specialized tag in it. And when you unroll it, it doesn't fall off. It's attached. This is so special and so incredible. If you knew, Pat, what I was keeping my finished things in right now, you'd be horrified. Or maybe you do know. It's just 2 pieces of cardboard, which is so bad. So bad. So this is just divine. It's so bougie. I love it. I feel so fancy now. And it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so very, very much. And look at the buttons. I know, right? So maybe if we get enough comments, we can get Pat to start an Etsy shop so we can all go and buy one of these. Because I know a lot of people I'd like to buy one for. These are just amazing. And I don't know how many it's going to hold, but I will stuff it and I will tell you how many. Maybe I could show you in a video how many it's going to hold. It's a great size, especially for some of the bigger projects that are tricky to store. I'm all ready. So this is going to live downstairs after it's stuffed. And now it's just great because you can travel with things too. There's a lot of times when you go to stitch meets or even a retreat and people want to see your finishes, but you only have photos. And you bring one brag piece. That's great. I love seeing that stuff. But my fantasy is to see everybody's finished pile, except for maybe Soupy's. Because you have a big tub. Yes, she does. She has a big tub of finishes. I would spend probably a few days going through all of hers. I don't know how she'd keep them in a project keeper. But we all have that pile. I just don't have a tub. I have a pile. Speaking of Soupy, I got to see her when I went down there. Now, Soupy is Sophia. Look at this cutie. With a little gourd pin, and it's a handmade little bag. It's just precious. Chock-a-block full. I told her not to do it. You guys remember my fiasco of trying to order from Joann's all their anchor spools? So I had to cancel my order and get partial refund because it was just a nightmare. She goes online. She orders, I don't know how many. Was it 80? She got them in one box. One box. Who knew? Anyway, she ordered so many. She gave me some. Probably because she can't store them all. Send a picture, Sophie, of where you stored them and how many you have. I am curious. But we did get together, the old Stitch group on the Cape. So I got to see Lisa. I got to see Diane. I got to see Sophia. And of course, Spools was there and myself. And we got to hang out and stitch. And we laughed and we laughed and we laughed. And we were pretty loud because the restaurant we were in, which was actually at D'Angelo's, turned the lights off part of the restaurant. So I think that was you're too loud or get out. It was pretty bad. I didn't think we were being obnoxious. We were pleasantly happy, just loud about it. It was 9 o'clock. They did close at 10, so I don't know why we couldn't stay another hour. Oh my goodness, I have so much to show. I'm scattered, sorry. So one of the thrift stores I went into had something that I thought I should do a PSA on. These are called winter tracks. They're also called yak tracks. They're also all kinds of different names. But I would Google shoe traction devices or winter safety for your shoes. I have a pair or two, and they make them with cleats or they make them with coils, and they fit on the bottom of your shoes. These are the first type that I ever had. And I tell you, you can tap dance on an iceberg in these things. You're not going to fall. Now, this one is originally priced for $7.99 at Marshall's. I don't know what year that was, but these run about $20. I didn't pay $8 for these. These were from a thrift store, so I probably paid $3 for them, maybe $4. But you can't wear these in the grocery store, so there is a hazard to them. You can go out in your driveway, go out on your porch, nothing's going to happen. You can walk the dogs for a few miles, nothing's going to happen. But if you try to do errands in them and go into the post office or the grocery store, it's like walking on ice. So when I have these on my shoes, I have them on a pair of shoes that I can take off with my other foot so I'm not handling the shoe. And I carry a plastic bag with the other pair of shoes in them. So I will wear these to the grocery store. And as soon as I get to the grocery store, probably use the carriage to slip off the shoes with these on them, put on my regular shoes. And then I go grocery shopping. And then they're easy to slip back into. So you do have to have a couple pairs of shoes to wear these. If you guys don't already have some of these and you are having some bad weather, I would say this is a very good investment. It's just a great thing to have. It is a false sense of security because you do have to be aware of what type of floor or ground that you're walking on. But I do love them. What a great find at a thrift store. There's my PSA. There's my motherly advice. When I was shopping, oh, I haven't shown these. I don't think I showed these. My friend Karen made these. She stitched the Pandemic by Long Dog. She sent me these for Christmas. And I'm having a hard time using them because they're just so pretty. She took a copy of her Pandemic and turned them into floss drops. What a cool idea. We should all do this with some of our finished stitches. These make great gifts at stitch meets or retreats. She put a little angel charm on it. It's adorable. And it's on one of these cable barrel clasp. So it's very flexible. And then she tied a little bow on it. It's just precious. And then on the back, it says that it's the pandemic and stitched by with her initials. Incredible. So I think I'm going to do what Spools is doing with hers. She has them hanging off of her stitch frame, her scroll frame that she has in her system that she has in her house. She just has them as a decoration so she can look at them all the time, which is probably what I'm going to do because I have a couple of spots that I can see every day. And I like that idea because then I can remember Karen by them. Or I might take one or two off of here. She gave me enough, so I might be able to use one or two. I don't want to use them all. So that was a really wonderful Christmas present to get from a stitcher because it's stitch related. I also got, I thought this was really cute, on clearance at a Rennie's when I was shopping with Krista, this cute little tin. Everybody loves the red truck, Christmas red truck. I think it's made for anything really, but I've got those magnet sheets. I'm going to see if this would make a nice needle box for Christmas. And you can put your needles and your needle minders in it and just have a really cute little tin to have on your stitch table. It doesn't stand up, but it's really cute. I think I paid less than $1 for it. Fun to find stuff like that. I found other things I can't show you. I found a little basket at Goodwill. Can't resist a basket. Can't show that because that's a gift. Picked up a lot of stuff on clearance for next year's gifts with people in mind. I think I'm done with a few people. I also got some stamps. So a girlfriend, Karen, found these. I think she thrifted them. I like having a thriftmas. She saw these, thought of me, picked them up, and sent them to me in a little Christmas box. So I have some great little rubber stamps. I have a dog bone, a dog paw. I kissed my dog on the lips. How did she know? Get well soon. And a cute little for baby stamp. So those have to go into circulation. I also have here secret stitches I can't show you. I got this on clearance. I can't remember if it was 75% off. I found it at an Ocean State. I thought this was a great sled for mounting a long stitch on. So this will just go into my frame pile. I'm not crazy about how this looks at the top. Very easily change out. The metal piece, meh. It might be a cute accent piece. I might take, you can unscrew it because those are just screws. I might take that off and I might paint the whole thing red depending on what I mount on here. So this will just sit in my frame box until I have a long stitch. I could also make this a section stitches, so maybe 2 prairie schoolers on it or something. But I thought that was a great thing to buy half price. This was a case that Spools and I bought, and we split it. So inside this box, we got these at Ocean State. These cute little tins. These would make wonderful little bases to put cross stitches on top. Now I wouldn't mount a cross stitch directly to the top. Probably put it on mat board or maybe even a foam board piece so it's raised a little bit, and then you can put some trim around it. I think that would probably be best and tidiest. So even just a little snowflake, a little tree, You could do something Christmassy. You could also turn these into autumn stitches, depending on what you're doing. I have treasures in there. I have 2 golds, 2 greens, and 2 reds. I think they're absolutely wonderful. But yeah, anything can go on top of these. I think these were 50 cents each. It was a frenzy, I tell you. A frenzy. We also found a shop that had 90% off of Christmas. What? This is so cool. It's heavy. It's a really heavy metal box. But wouldn't this be cute as a little stitch box? Line it with some felt. Maybe make the top a pin cushion. I have reindeer aviation. And I got a Merry Christmas one. These would make really sweet little boxes to gift to a stitcher this coming year, if I get the project done. If, I said if. I love hunting for stuff on sale. Spruce wood and cypress. Just smells like evergreen to me, or balsam. It's very nice. Little wax melts. These were 90% off. That was a no-brainer. Driving around, we found a very strange sign that said jewelry sale. When we walked in, it was a basement of a church. We walked in, the sign said, anything marked $2 is now 50 cents. Anything marked $1 is now a quarter, something like that. It was amazing. So of course we had to go picking. I found some very interesting metal beads. Metal and black enamel. I thought it was blue, but it does look black under this light. They need a bath. That's okay. I'll do that. I'm not going to wear this stuff necessarily, but it's great to take apart and use for scissor fobs if I want to make those. Like this would be, I'm not going to put this in my ear. It's kind of a weird earring for me. So I thought, what a cute end to a scissor fob. It's a nice little crystal. It's a cute little cap to the crystal. So that's what I saw. And I think this one was a quarter. And it's a pair of earrings. And then there's some odd things there, like 1 earring instead of 2. But this also would be cute on the end of a scissor fob. It's a little enamel Christmas tree. So it was fun to pick through that. It's also a great little charm for a pillow. So I might just take this apart and put it in my charm collection. This one I think I'll keep in my jewelry box. Do you remember when these were the rage in the 80s? I need to close this so I don't draw blood. There we go. It's just a nice little brooch. But I remember these in the 80s. People would wear them on their scarves or something. But I just thought it was a pretty pin. I don't know where I'll put it. Maybe on a coat. It's very elegant looking. It's just costume jewelry. I don't remember if it was a quarter or 50 cents, but it was a fun thing to find. It's fun to go picking. And then this was really interesting. This is a magnetic necklace. So you don't have a clasp. You just kind of, now it's sticking to my table. There we go. You just kind of stick the ends together and it stays. You can also put it together as a bracelet and it stays. So there's a couple of different things you can do with it. Or I can take it apart and do something else with it. It's just a little weird because it's magnetic. It's bizarre. 50 cents? I don't remember. Anyway, the little box or the case that those tins are in houses a whole bunch of stuff, like the jewelry. Another weird thing I found. Here it is. I can't wait to go to the dump and see what's there. I haven't been in a while. This is the most crazy thing I've ever seen. Is it a Christmas snake? Isn't that weird? But when I picked it up, I realized it was pottery. And then I flipped it over and it's stamped. And when I looked it up, you wouldn't believe what this thing is going for on eBay. $15 to $18. Yeah. So I might just try to sell it and get some money for some more stash. It's really weird, but that's my plan. I got this fun little charm bracelet. I like charm bracelets. So this one was marked $1, so maybe it was 50 cents or a quarter. Look how many charms are on there. I can either wear it or I can take it apart and keep all the beads at that price. But it is awfully pretty. It was a lot of fun. All right, I gotta put this on hold and grab some more stuff. I should have displayed or should have demonstrated what happened when I showed my Cardinal Points, but just before I left for the Cape, 2 things happened with Stuart, and I thought I'd do a little side story here about him. He is 10 months old now. I think he's 10 months old in a few days. He is grounded. And I know that some people will say you can't ground a kitten, they don't understand. I don't care if he understands. He's not allowed to go upstairs anymore. We have a spiral staircase, and he is now not allowed upstairs for we don't know how long. We have a baby gate at a section on the spiral staircase, so he cannot access the full height of that staircase. He must have been on stair number 8 or number 9. This is just before I left. And he fell right in front of us. Fell from that step. Did not land on his feet. He landed on his left hip. And he got up and limped down the hall towards the bedroom. And of course, my husband and I ran after him, absolutely horrified. Because I think I had said in even a previous video, I did not want to do a broken hip with this cat. He is working on my last nerve, but he is trying to go through all 9 of his lives before he's 1. He was okay. It was just a bruise, and he walked it off. He was soon, just tenderly walking and then running within a few minutes. Nothing's broken, but that sent my husband off the deep end, and he got out the baby gate. And he stomped around and said, "You're grounded. You're not allowed upstairs. You're not allowed on that top rung anymore." So that happened. And then the day before that happened, we had another needle incident. So for those of you who don't know, he swallowed a needle at 4 months of age. 4 months of age. A needle and thread, and this thread was 18 inches long. That was a vet bill that was over $3,000 and about killed us. We can't afford another one. So I have been very careful, and this has never happened on my watch before. We've never had these incidents before. I was stitching on the Cardinal Points, and I knew it was getting close to dinner, so I threaded a needle. I started the stitch, so it was secure in the fabric. And I got to a point where I needed to stop. I put the needle just in the front of the fabric, so that long part of the thread was on the front of my stitch. I'm working on a huge scroll frame, portable scroll frame, handheld scroll frame. And then I took the stitch and I put it face first, so that thread was up against my stitch chair, because I had to get up from my chair for 3 minutes just to put something in the microwave, set it to defrost, and sit down and say blah, 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 and sit back down. And in that short period of time, I mean, I feel bad. I don't know how, I could have put it in a bag for 3 minutes, I guess, but really, I come back, he had pulled the needle through. I mean, there was that much needle showing. Give me a break. That much needle. He pulled the needle through. I guess he wanted to cross stitch. He completed my stitch and then kept going, pulled the needle off the thread. So all I saw when I came back to my chair was the thread and no needle. And we tore that area up. We had chairs, we had upside down flipped, we were headlamps, we had magnets, we were going inside the cushions, flipped it the other way. I mean, it was just a nightmare. And then I found it on the floor where we'd look 18 times. Okay, that's my Stuart story. Thank you for listening. Anybody want to babysit? So I was really ready to go to the Cape, and I said to my husband, you got the kids, I'm out of here, I need a break. My veins were sticking out of my neck. I love that monster, but he is a monster. So I went to Salvation Army, and I found this really cool bag. I think it's originally from Kohl's. I think it says Sonoma. Isn't that the brand they carry? Sonoma. I'm pretty sure it's Kohl's. It's immaculate inside. I mean, it looks brand new. But when I looked at it, it looks like the Northwoods. Had to have it. I don't need another bag, but this was cool. So I did buy stuff for me. I didn't buy just projects and gifts for other people. Then I went to Ocean State Job Lot down there. We have them up here in Maine. And I found the most incredible thing, because I've actually been to this place. I always read the back of where the ornaments are made, because I'm always looking for ornaments that are actually made where they should be. Poland, Germany, what have you. Not China. These are made in Lauscha, Germany. Yes. So I think I have 8 boxes, which I don't need. But here's also my other part of my confession to you. And thank you for understanding. And thank you for being so accepting of me. I bought another Christmas tree. So, yeah, I think that's number 8. I don't know. Maybe I needed these. But I do have a lot of different themes, and I'm so excited. So I probably have 3 or 4 packages of these. I have a couple of different styles. And then I got 2 boxes of some Halloween ornaments made in Lauscha, Germany. And those are white with spider webs and little spiders on them. So those will look really cute on my black Halloween trees. I'll have to show you a picture of my skinny tree. It was a skinny tree that I found at a thrift store that was half price. And I was just looking at skinny trees on the Christmas sales, you know, on the internet. This was $22, and it's a pre-lit tree. Some other time I'll send a picture. I'll give you a picture. But I had to have it. My husband's a saint. I found these really weird shaped table placemats, but there's birds on them. So I thought, I want a square project bag. So I'm still collecting placemats apparently. There's 4, so I can make 2 project bags. I think what I'm looking for is if it's the right weight and stiffness to be a project bag, then it comes home. So this was, I think it was $8. There's a tag on it, $8. So $8 for 4 placemats, so it's only $4 a project bag. I was really excited to get that. I'm pretty sure these are handmade. We have a round table up in camp. I thought, wow, those are pretty busy, but they're great for Christmas and the reversible. And we do have some Christmas style pottery up there or dinnerware. So that was fun to find. $1.49. My mom collected a whole bunch of frames that came into her thrift store. Yes, she works at a thrift store. Volunteers, I should say. You know, these from Michael's? These are perfect for prairie schoolers, so I can paint this a solid red or green or what have you. And I don't think, there's no glass, but I could use, if I wanted to, I could use that type of acetate window, or I could just leave it naked. So I'm excited about that. So I think I might have 6 or 8 of these now. And she found some odd shapes. Look at the depth of this. So for some of the smaller or mini stitches, like I have my eyes on some mini masterpieces. It's an actual cross-stitch book that you can buy. Some people already have this. Stitching a little Van Gogh or something in there. It's absolutely perfect for that. So that was fun to acquire. And then the rest are some 5x7s. I found this at Savers. 2 more of the frames, but there was a pumpkin and a welcome thing in here. So those are going to be fun to paint and or stitch on or around. You could even mount that little pumpkin next to the frame. You could attach it even to make it even more stable if you wanted a table topper, and put the welcome in front of it so it even has another leg. Just an idea. I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to stop here, you guys. I might forget what I've shown you and what I have to show you. So if you get a couple of repeats next video, meh. So at this point, I want to start adding on all of the little segments of video that I made while I was staying at Spools, because her house is beyond beautiful. It is welcoming, warm, inviting, charming, beautifully decorated, and to be down there surrounded by cross stitch is just so therapeutic. It's just so comforting to me. So I really wanted to share with you some of the things that I wanted to share from her place. Hopefully this is not going to be a bunch of mess how I edit it. So please be patient, please be kind, and enjoy this. So anyway, I hope you guys are all safe with all these crazy storms that we're having. Stay safe, stay warm, happy crafting, have a great rest of your week. Bye guys, be safe. So what do we have here? We have Spools in her natural habitat. With her fancy quilted blanket. Oh, this is all bouncy. I'm sorry, guys. What is that fancy frame in front of you?
It's my roller frame.
Can you show us how a roller frame works?
I suppose. Let's see. Oh, with the roller frame, you can just flip it right over. You don't have to unhook anything. And if this was wider, it would fit here, but it doesn't. This one doesn't happen to fit that way right now. But It's fully adjustable on these this side.
So that's for the width, right?
Yep, for the width. And the height's adjustable. And these have little brads in them to hold everything down instead of stitching them on.
Let's see about those brads.
Yeah, can you see them?
Oh, so really you're just snapping the fabric onto those brads and then rolling it?
Yep, onto the nails.
Does it leave holes in your fabric when you do that?
Yes. But
So
it's only on the very edge, so it doesn't,
right.
you know, it's fine.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So let's see what's over here by your feet. What's this pile of stuff over here?
More things to stitch. Right?
These are immediate wanna-dos.
Yeah, immediate wanna-dos.
Immediate wanna-dos. And then when we pan around, we can see all the, well, not all of them, of course, some of the wonderful stitches in this house. And on top of the TV stand. And you can see it's 9 o'clock at night. This is the last evening I have on the Caping with Spools. We're tired. We're watching FLOSSTUBE. This is the screensaver. So we've just kind of taken a break to film a little bit of all the lovely things I get to see when I'm over at her house. I have to walk back a little bit to walk forward again. Isn't it gorgeous? Everywhere you look in this house, there is cross stitch. Look, it's me in the mirror. Cross stitch. Cross stitch. Is it going to focus? It's very poor lighting for me to do this. Cape Cod boys, they have no sleds. They slide down hills on codfish heads. And this one, oh dear, I have to do some heavy editing. Cape Cod girls, they have no combs. They comb their hair with codfish bones. That is not a good quality filming for me. I think the light's just wrong.
I wonder. Well, it's even harder, huh?
That's her little floss box.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff.
Look at this. Look at this cute little prairie schooler she has in the kitchen. This is a fabulous little footstool that she got at a thrift store. She put a cross stitch on the top. She keeps secret spools of stash inside. Are those your sulky?
Yes.
Sulky ones? Do you remember the name of this one? I did this cross stitch too. It's a Plum Street?
It's a Plum Street, right?
I can't remember the name of it though. Merfolk's Eden. That's probably it. I just framed mine. I love that stool. Do you remember how much you paid for that stool at the thrift store? Was it under $5? Yeah. It was under $10. Just incredible. And you did that in 2020. Wow.
Yeah.
So is that a cross stitch that you just had that's
been sitting around.
and you just knew it would fit, or?
Yeah.
Awesome. These you get to see as soon as you come out of the bathroom. These are more prairie schoolers. And now we're going to go downstairs to some more stitchy space. Look at this space. Isn't this great? And what do you create down here?
I usually use my sewing machine on this table. That's what this is down here for. But I also hide all my cross-stitch books.
But this is a double bookcase.
Double bookcase to hold all the stuff on this side and then more over here hiding.
So those are 2 bookcases back to back. And you have a wide enough space underneath to access everything. And there's double bookcases on that end as well?
Just one.
Oh, just one. Oh, I see, because there wouldn't be enough space.
Yeah, it wouldn't be enough space.
But what a great area.
And we just found this sewing box the other day when we were out and about. Big dollar purchase.
Dollar.
To go with my other antique one.
I'm really impressed how they're in such great condition. And did you say you were able to date them? What period they're from?
Yeah, the 1950s. And my mother got me this one years ago, so.
Incredible. And there's another roller frame.
Another roller frame. That's the lap stand.
And that small one with the band on it, is that the one from, is it Hirschner's?
I can't remember where I ordered that one from. Because that was hard to find. So I wonder for the band stampers.
That's fantastic.
It's so cute.
More books.
More books.
And that's a yarn container, that aqua thing. You see the hole in the top.
Another thrift store find, but that's an older.
It's hinged. It's lovely.
What I had to have.
Does it have a make on the bottom of it?
Oh, it does. What's it say? Made in USA. Who knew?
It doesn't have the brand though, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to read. It's like Homer Manufacturing Company or something.
She got that for Christmas.
Yep, my mom sent me that for Christmas to hang something on.
Wow. And those are all over Plum Streets.
Plum Streets.
Look at how many Plum Streets. There's just plum a lot of them.
And then Rosie the Riveter.
Oh, look at her chests. Look at those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Rosie the Riveter, yes. We'll come over here. Isn't that great? Let's see. That's fantastic.
My dad caned the chair.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Wow.
He caned all the chairs.
Wow.
Too.
And then
My grandmother's sewing machine.
that's so cool.
And I found this lamp at the thrift store that I have to put a stitch on.
I've got to see if I've got something to fit. I just need to find a lampshade.
I think Snow's,
Oh, there you go.
they used to have lots and lots of them. And what can you tell us about this cross stitch?
That's from a museum in New York. And I found that at the thrift store for $15.
Wow.
I was just so thrilled to take it home.
Thank goodness you found it. And it looks like it's been professionally framed, so it's even more impressive.
Yeah, it's in beautiful shape.
Were you able to find the title of it?
I think it's on the sticker on the back. Because we found it online. You know, not even sure if you can get it through the...
Very cool. Yeah. And the sewing machines.
sewing machines.
Very comfy down here. Sorry for the bouncing, guys, but I'm trying to freehand this. We've been misbehaving and shopping and doing things at thrift stores that probably I shouldn't be doing because I filled up the car. Look at that. All kinds of wonderful things on that shelf.
Yeah, I'm collecting all these little tarts because I want to make pin cushions.
Oh, heavens, yes.
And I just found the hearts the other day.
Those are cute.
Yeah, $1 for those.
What's that little brown case?
My parents found this and they really don't know what it is, but because it's weird. I know.
Ah, it's gonna fall. You can tell it's collecting a lot of tarts. A lot of tarts.
You found a lot. Or if you found most of these at thrift stores?
Thrift stores. They're all from the thrift stores.
Fantastic.
It doesn't open.
What do you mean?
It doesn't open, so we don't know what it is.
It's awfully cute.
But it has a slot in the back. I guess that slides.
Is this some sort of puzzle?
I don't know. So I don't know if we didn't know if it was like a doll, toy. It was just cute.
Maybe it's a safe.
Maybe. It's adorable.
That's really cool. So it opens from the back, but not from the front.
Yeah, so we don't know what it is, but my father found it and he says, oh.
You should stitch something for the top.
Yeah, I should. Too funny.
Very cool. Look at that big jar of red buttons.
I know.
Isn't that cute?
That's from the thrift store, too.
Fantastic. Where did you find your sampler stitcher?
Mama loves you, GB. I ordered it from her, Great Britain.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. And where did you get your giant spool of red? Is that yarn or
Martin's.
Really?
In Maine. Yeah, I think it had supposed to have scissors in the top, I think.
I don't remember those.
And I found this at Martin's, too, that day.
Huh.
The scissors.
Martin's is the main adventure.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, no. Martin's. I should have bought it when I saw it at Martin's. That's that jingle.
And then I found this at a thrift store in Greenfield, Mass. American Needlework. It's all different patterns in this giant pull-out
Oh, wow. No.
page. And they're all here, too, which was thrilling. Mom and I went through and looked. They're all here.
Wow. That's a great find.
I know. I was thrilled.
I wonder what date that's from. 70s?
Maybe. It was Women's Day by the editors of Women's Day. So.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was on the floor, the antique store.
Snag. Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Very cute. And then your specialty hoops are over here.
Yeah, all the antique hoops. I got more antique hoops upstairs.
What fun. Yeah. Very cool. So, I'm sorry that I didn't film the whole time I was down here, but we're going to go back to putting our feet up because we've had a tiring week. Shopping, shopping, shopping. Nothing's in the tins yet. That's why we didn't open them. But there will be. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Spools has a knack for finding or acquiring antique sewing chests. Are any of these from the family or are these all thrift store finds?
The bigger one is from one of the guys I work with. His wife didn't want it anymore, so I said, of course I'll take it. And this one I keep all full of my finishing stuff. The little finishing stuff that will fit in there.
That's smart.
Different whoops on the nets.
Wow.
So it's all packed.
Incredible.
So it's just the little stuff that hopefully I'll do something with. This one, I think it's full of thread.
Oh, it sure is. Oh. And where did the little one come from?
Oh, this one's kind of broken. But I think this was from a church fair, this little one.
Incredible.
Yeah, needs a new hinge.
I've always looked for one and I haven't found one that's worth salvaging. You know, it's usually in pieces. So that's really cool.
Yeah, this was in really nice shape, the big one. But of course I have it too packed with stuff.
Very cool.
So that's
all right, next segment. Turn this on. So excited you have one of these frames.
yeah, I love that thing.
Why is this not focusing? Come on. Oh, that's bad. Oh, there we go. It focused. So that was from, that's a family acquisition. That was from somebody in her family, probably her grandmother's. She said it came from her mom's house. So she's really excited to find the perfect piece for that. And look at that cute drawer collection. There's another one over here. I think it's too dark to film. But those are from, or at least one of them, this one here is from the Mill store, which is a unfinished wood product store, wood furniture store. Just incredible. Now she's letting us in her bedroom. Look at this beauty. Wow, guys. What a great idea, the zip codes or the area codes.
Yeah, zip codes.
Zip codes. What a cute collection. And your little dentist stitches up there. Little doggy.
Yes.
That's perfect. Oh, look. Project bag.
Yes.
Things she sees when she gets up every morning. Just lovely. And I've got to find a way. Can you guys see the spool and band sampler? We're going to go over there.
Oh, yeah.
How's that for cute? Thimble display. That's full of charts.
Yes,
I happen to know that that's full of charts.
Mm-hmm.
And then we spin over here. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's Scargo Tower. She stitched that. And here is that wonderful Cape Cod band. There is no pattern. She did this. She designed it.
There.
Isn't that incredible? Do you know how many inches that is? It's got to be, what, 30?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's massive.
I just kept stitching until I filled it up.
Guys, it's so shaky. Everywhere you look, there's spools. Aren't those cute? Who's the designer of those? Do you remember?
It's the French designer, I think, Crochet a Go-Go or something.
Nice.
Yeah, those are fun.
I love that Jane Austen. Is that Dirty Ada?
Yes.
Wow. That's the perfect color for that. Miniature Starry Night. Look how tiny that is. I have this kitted up and ready to go. I think I have a stitch in it. And I have this kitted up, no stitches in it.
Maybe this has already been seen. I think this one's already been seen. Isn't that cute? And of course, my little one. It's this one.
They're great. Another spool. And a bean pot we acquired. Do you remember how much that bean pot was? I get to look at this cutie. This is in my room I'm staying in. She's got it filled with treasures. Life's a stitch.
No, it's my grandmother's sewing cabinet. This one.
Nice. And then we come up here. You can see all of my stuff and some more stitches. Seems really grainy. I hope I can improve the quality of this. And then, let's see, my messy bed. We're not going to look at that. Now, if I can get into the corner, oh, I should be filming this during the day and I didn't. This is a pillow that she made. It is massive. Maybe when she comes in, I'll have her hold it. I think this was 6 strands. I'll have to ask her about it. But it's just beautifully done. And then we have a cabinet full of fabulous things. So let's see. I was able to do it. You know what? I'm gonna go get my light. So that's the size of that pillow. That's just gorgeous. Didn't you say that was 6 strands?
Yeah, it's the full 6 strands. I have no idea how much floss I used. I just kept going.
Did you do it on canvas?
Did on I think it's a monk's cloth, the stuff you're supposed to be making Afghans with, or
Is that what we use for
tablecloth or something like
Swedish weaving and stuff like that? Monk's cloth. I have to look it up. I think that's a pretty big count.
that. Yeah, it's a big count.
It's gorgeous. That must have been a lot of skeins.
It was a lot. And I still have a lot left of all these colors because I bought way too much.
Just to be safe. Oh, much better quality. We'll have some shadowing. But look how these treasures. Oh. Now behind those spools here is a jar of buttons. That's what you're looking at. We've got spools upon spools upon spools. Those little animals were gifts. There is a person who has a booth at a mall off Cape, and she's just so talented. Escargot. And you guys might remember that box from earlier videos. More spools. Look at the size of that frog. Oh, that's great. That in the back that says Merry Christmas, that is a rectangular spool of ribbon. That's the best way to describe that. And let's see a pillow here, back here. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Mary Stitches. So that is her antique cabinet. I think that's something from a kitchen originally, an old kitchen cabinet. Isn't that cute? I get to sleep with these. Sorry for the shadowing. I'm trying. Treasures. So that long spool with the Christmas ribbon on it. Here's an empty one that Spool stitched and had finished. Or she finished it. I shouldn't say had finished. She did it. Isn't that wonderful? Do you remember the name of this chart?
I don't remember now.
It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then that. Oh, I love this. I can't remember what the holes were for.
I know.
Was it cheese?
I don't know.
Ah, it was something weird. If this work you find a shame, then the needle is to blame. But this is a mold for something. I mean, it's perfect for candles, of course, but it's an antique mold We can't remember what it's for. But amazing find. And that was a thrift store find.
Yes, that was a thrift store.
Yeah. So who knows, if you find something weird and you think, okay, I can put a stitch on it, do it. Why not? Why not? This video is brought to you by Judy, who texted me the night that I'm to leave and said, hey, are you guys filming? I was like, oh, okay. So now we're piecing together some little videos for you.
To do these two.
What two? I don't think I got close-ups. Here's my bottle of water. So in this corner, on this little table next to the couch, she's got this beauty. And then
Thrift store.
she's got a thrift store box full of goodies. What's in here? More spools. I can't stress enough, they're all over the house. Spools everywhere. Isn't that a cute display? And this is a work by my German daughter, Jo. She painted that for spools. Oh, what's underneath the table? More spools. Imagine that. Another really impressive thing is Spool's quilt. That was made by her mother, Pat, and she is a master quilter, and she did a matching pillow. Isn't this incredible? Do you see what I see? I see sailboats. I just love this. Absolutely beautiful. And this is a queen or a king? It looks like
queen.
It looks like a king.
Yeah, it's a queen.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's just beautiful. And is it reversible?
Well, it's got this other fabric, and she made a label.
Oh, fantastic. Sail away. Oh, that would have made me cry.
Well, I did.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Thank goodness she knew your colors.
I know. But my daughter and my mother picked it out together.
Oh, okay. So there was a collaboration.
Yeah.
They've consulted. So I passed by this earlier, but oh, I'm upside down. I passed by this earlier, but I wanted to show what's in this little sewing box. It is a sewing box, right?
It is. Whoops, popped out. But I didn't glue it in. But I just got this from the Jingle Ball. Isn't that the cutest little ruler?
That's adorable. I didn't see those there.
Oh, well, I splurged. Had to have that.
What a great collection of stuffs.
Yes.
Are those little acrylic?
Yeah, they're acrylic. It's got a snowman on it.
Where on earth did you find those?
Jingle Ball.
Oh my.
Isn't that cute?
Adorable.
And then the snowflake.
Oh, those are cute.
I know, aren't those cute?
Wow, with a spool in the middle.
Yep.
Ah.
So much fun.
Now the basket you found at a thrift store?
Yes, I found the basket too.
Huh. What a find.
I know, and I can't remember now which.
That's great. Can you read it?
Yeah, it's. I can't see it. Can't remember who it was.
Let me see. Let me see if I can read it. Claire Murray.
Yeah, it's Claire Murray.
Oh wow, Nantucket style Claire Murray sewing basket. So you, it's just a big, expensive basket. We should probably
like her fabric. I didn't like her fabric.
It had fabric on it. I remember that.
Yeah, so I didn't glue it in though. See, I didn't, But anyways.
Go ahead and glue it in. But we should look that up. I can't remember. Claire Murray sewing basket. If you guys are interested, go look it up. But I want to take a guess. Oh, I want to say $40 to $60 at least.
I would think, yeah. Then I found this stand the other day, $4 at the thrift store.
I would have bought that in a heartbeat.
And this I got at the church fair for a couple bucks.
I think
it's really old. I don't know who could stitch on anything that short. I don't really understand that one, but I couldn't leave it there.
maybe it's a child's size.
I don't know, it's kind of strange.
Yeah, but that's really cute. And then hanging off of her,
My sewing cabinet, that
another sewing cabinet right there. But hanging off of her frame are some floss drops that our friend Karen made. They're too pretty to use. But that is her long pandemic sampler that she stitched, and she made floss drops. But they're just too pretty to use.
Yeah, that was genius.
Isn't that amazing? And that, of course, is the Provincetown monument on a little zipper bag or a little clutch. But too cool. But you guys, it's getting late. We're going to go back to vegging out and doing nothing because that's what we deserve to do. I think I've got everything. Just beautiful stuff. Laurie, you have a beautiful home. Absolutely beautiful. And it's been such a treat to be here. And to shop with you.
I know, so much fun. I can't wait till April.
Yes. April is a retreat. We're both going to the Library Stitcher retreat. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.